Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome, our dear students. I am Miss Aleli or Teacher Aleli. How are you today? Kamusta po kayo ngayong araw na ito? How are you all doing this afternoon? Anong mga nararamdaman natin today? Please type in the chat box. Are you happy? Are you sleepy? I hope we are all well rested. Baka yung iba dyan, kakagising pa lang. Or baka wala pang tulog. Kayo ba ay masaya? Malungkot? Inaantok? Gutom? Takot? Or excited? Feel free to type in the chat box. Medyo inaantok? Still gutom po? Ayos lang po. Nagugutom po. Sige. After this, we will all have a great dinner in our respective homes. So, pwede rin kayong kumain while attending this webinar. So, yes, excited po. Wow. Thank you, Lynn. Hi, I am excited also. So, I'm happy and excited because it is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. So we are live once again via Zoom and also simultaneously streaming via Facebook Live. Hello to all of you here. Thank you to all your greetings. Hello, thank you, Lynn, Arvin, Warren, Miriam. So there are a lot of greetings, Princess Riley. Hi, Christelle. Hello, Kyle. Thank you, Rosenda, David, Mary Joy. Hi to all of you. So, Rizben, Charmaine, Glean, Christina, Cassandra. Hi, Simone. Hi, hello there again. So, once again, we will be checking your attendance and participation in the Zoom meeting rooms, as always. So, please type in your name and email address in the chat box. And we suggest that you join us in the Zoom meeting room so that we can answer your questions and address your concerns here. So the board of directors or the management is here to chat with you. You can talk to us, message us in private or in public. Miss May is here. Mr. Daniel is here. I believe Miss Marge is also here. Miss Arieth is here. Ma'am Tess and Sir Leo, we are all here for you to address your concerns and listen to your comments. So feel free to say hi, and we are all here together to connect with each other, share space together as one community, as one family. So greet your classmates, your teachers, and we are here to respond and read your messages. Just type in the chat box any comments or questions or clarifications or greetings that you may have. All right? All right. Shout out ko lang si Christian Jules Yave. Thank you for being here early and thank you for your greeting. You are the first to greet me here. Thank you for all your birthday greetings. If only I can see you all personally and give you a hug, but for now, this is all that we can do. I send you all my love and lots of positive energies and virtual hugs. So, our topic for today is something that we can all relate to or resonate with. I am a huge believer in the theory of multiple intelligences. It is a theory that students possess different kinds of minds, and therefore students learn differently. I believe that we remember, perform, and understand in different ways. My dad actually introduced this concept to me a long, long time ago when I was a little kid, when I was a little girl. But it is just in the recent years that I have actually internalized and grasped and fully accepted this theory. And so I would like to share this to all of you. Mayroon tayong kanya-kanyang talento, our own set of talents, our own unique intelligences. So later on, you will learn that, for example, hindi ka magaling sa math, but for sure, God has given you your own kind of intelligence. Maaaring magaling ka sumayaw. You have strong bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Or that you have strong interpersonal intelligence. Magaling ka makipagkaibigan or magaling ka makipagkapwa-tao. That is an intelligence. Or you may not be that competent in public speaking, but you're really good in drawing and painting and photography. That is called visual spatial intelligence. Or if you're like me, kung katulad mo ko na hindi magaling mag-drawing, I'm not that good in sketching or painting, but magaling naman akong magsulat at kumanta. So today, I want you all to know that you have your own unique set of gifts, your own unique set of talents, and your own unique set, your own blend of multiple intelligences. We will get to know this theory and also understand ourselves better, deeper, later on as we go along this webinar. So welcome to another episode of Webinar Wednesday. Hanapin natin kung saan tayo pinaka-komportable so that we can watch and listen properly. Just relax and enjoy the webinar. This is for you. It's free. We are doing this weekly online event to ensure that your personal development is continuous and that there will be student involvement in school activities even during this time of pandemic. So thank you to all of you for being here. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. It's a lovely Wednesday today, the day I was born 35 years ago. So thank you for being here with me today. Dahil birthday ko, maya-maya lang, meron akong pa-contest. Okay, so makinig kayo in today's webinar and we will have a mini quiz bee. Okay? Simple lang naman ang prize. I have with me 3 pieces of Oral hand sanitizer. You can see. It is just really simple, but it is timely in this time. And it is organic, made of all natural ingredients, and it smells so good. So listen well, and I will be asking a few questions later for you to answer. So paunahan po ang pag-type in the chat box whenever I say that it is a quiz B question. Okay, later po yan. So even though, okay, merong nag-joke, go sir 50 price. Pwede naman next time, sige, we'll take note of that suggestion. Thank you, Darwin. Thank you. Okay, so even though this is the best, okay, there's a question regarding corporate account inquiries. You will have another training on September 12th. Please be there. I have been receiving messages like that, and then when I try naman on my end, it is working. So please try again. You know, if you're having problems with the Quipper access, please also, you can also message our technical support officer, and please be there on September 12th. You know, I have a lot of students already accessing the assignment that I've sent. So yes. Okay, so for the announcements about the second batch, we are giving the Quipper access by batches, di ba? May question lang na kailan po ang second batch. So inuna namin yung mga nagpasa ng requirements ng June, July. So please just wait lang po, and you will receive it. We will send it to you on your email. Okay? So dami lang po tayong students, but we are giving it by batches. Yes, so the management is here to answer your questions. Just type in the chat box and we will answer your concerns. Okay? So as I was saying, even though this is the best that we can do for now, sharing virtual space, digital social connection, we'll still get to communicate. We get to see each other's faces. Nakikita ko mga faces na yung mga naka-on ng video. You can turn it on. If not, it's okay. we can be with each other, talk to each other, chat with each other. Although it's online, we are actually together right now at this very moment in one room. We are at the same time together as a family in one room doing a type of synchronous activity. Magkakasama po tayo ngayon, sabay-sabay na nagpa-participate sa webinar na ito. Let us be grateful for that gift of being able to still share and connect even during this time. To those who missed the past webinars, they are available on our Facebook page. You may watch on replay at your convenience. We have new students and transferees, so if you missed the past webinars, just watch the replay. We have a lot of interesting topics in store for you in these coming weeks, so please stay tuned. All Wednesdays of September will be webinar Wednesdays. Again, we're doing this for you to help you so you can better help yourself. We will be using the same Zoom link, same time. Magkita-kita po tayo every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Also streaming via Facebook Live. But if you want a more face-to-face virtual class experience like this, I suggest you enter the Zoom meeting room like how you're doing right now. To those who are joining the Zoom meeting room via Facebook Live, I see more and more people coming in. Hello there, you're just in time. Welcome, hello, and good afternoon to all of you here. Again, I'm Miss Aleli, your head teacher and director for student affairs this school year. To those who will be watching this later on replay, thank you for your presence and hello to you as well. So before we begin the webinar proper, just some announcements regarding the start of classes. This is one question that is still being repeatedly asked. Ulitin ko lang, huwag kayong mahiyang magtanong sa amin kung may problema at kung may mga hindi tayo maintindihan. Pero sana makinig tayo na mabuti kasi madalas na-explain na namin and itatanong ulit. Pero okay lang po. Again, I don't want to discourage you from asking questions. We are here for you to answer your questions. Our request ko lang is please let us listen well and let us cooperate with one another. To clarify, classes start on October 5 following the recent DepEd guidelines. Online enrollment is still ongoing. Just click the link for online enrollment. You'll find that on our Facebook page. So in just 1 month, magsisimula na klase. Let us adjust our body clocks already. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang weekly events and orientation natin from now until classes start. And this will help us prepare more. Mas magiging komportable tayo sa ganitong virtual environment. So linggo-linggo po, please just follow us on Facebook to be updated on our online events. So today is actually the 5th webinar Wednesday. We started on August 5. Time flies, no? And so including the other orientations and the Zumba dance therapy last month. Today is actually the 10th time we are gathering together online. Pang-sampu na po ito. So review ko lang yung mga past webinars that we did together. As I've mentioned, this is the 10th time that we're gathering together for the benefit of our new students and those who missed our past webinars. These webinars are available to watch on replay on our Facebook page. July 24 is when we first met and I gave you some health tips and advice on how to prepare for online learning success. Ang bilis ng panahon. It is, September already. Sa Pilipinas, Pasko na naman. So last August 1, we first met Miss Selena Clarice Lorica on our first parents and students orientation with our online learning management system, Quipper. Nakikilala natin ang ating designated account officer from Quipper, and she explained what Quipper is and how does it work. And she also gave us tips on how to maximize the benefits of online learning. For the appreciation of everyone here, Quipper is a Japanese education technology company that has been around for more than 10 years already, and it aims to bring the best education to every corner of the world for students to thrive in the 21st century. And so we partnered with Quipper to do just that, to bring you the best education. Quipper ang ating official learning management system or online learning platform this year, our partner in giving you the best online class experience. As a Quipper Partner School, when you enroll and register with us, you will get access to study guides, lesson slides, quizzes, and reviewers. Comprehensive teacher content package is also available for our teachers. August 5 is when we first launched Webinar Wednesdays, and we did a rerun of holistic health tips for e-learning success. Last August 12, we celebrated International Youth Day together, and you met your Humes teacher, Miss Ron. Last August 18, we launched Zumba Dance Therapy. So, sino dito ang nakisayaw last August 18? Sino dito ang mga dancers, mga mahilig o magaling sumayaw dyan? I see a number of people raising their hands. Yes, thank you for participating. We believe that a healthy body leads to a healthy mind, ready for learning. And so we encourage you to exercise and take care of your body. And we are hosting this monthly event because dancing is good not only for your physical well-being, but also for your overall well-being, for your heart, mind, and soul. Last August 19, Mr. Mark gave a mathematics fluency refresher course, a basic mathematics review. It's time to switch from vacation mode into study mode, diba? And so we exercise our brains. Last August 22, you met Mr. Carlos Subido, Customer Success Manager from Quipper, in the rerun of the Parents and Students Orientation. And last August 24, we met Mr. Mark Nel Obligado, our designated Technical Support Officer. Siya ang magtuturo sa atin kung paano gumamit ng Quipper and how to navigate around and within the Quipper app or the website. Kung nakinig kayo na mabuti, nalaman nyo na madali lang siya gamitin. And actually, sabi ko nga, mas mahirap pa yung mga nilalaro nating mga online games. Importante lang sa Quipper ay matuto tayo magbasa online. Your modules and study guides are like ebooks. And we will answer the exercises there. May mga sumagot na nung practice exercises that I sent. Thank you for your responses. So you'll submit all your assignments there, do your quizzes and exams on Quipper. Last August 26th, last webinar Wednesday, who was there last week? Please type in the chat box. We met your ABM teacher, Miss Cristel. Sinong nandun last week? I actually see familiar faces. Lenny, yes. Cristel, hi. Mary Joy, yes. Margie, hello. Thank you and welcome again. Rosenda, yes. So, Kyle. Yan, so, ang saya magkita-kita ng weekly, diba? So, nasasanay na tayo. Soon, araw-araw na po to. Majidel, sana all po nakaka-atin. Okay. Okay, so today we will learn and understand the theory of multiple intelligences and ating kikilalanin ang ating individual learning style. So, let us stop right here and I will give a prize, okay? To the first one who responds to my question properly. Ang first question ko is, sino dito ang perfect attendance for all the 10 webinars? The first one who will type in the chat box, and we have to validate that you're actually perfect attendance. We will give a small gift from me. So, very timely sa panahon. Okay, there, ang bilis. Joanne Maghanoy. Congratulations. Oh, Armelin, is that okay. So, hindi ko alam kung Armelin said perfect attendance siya because she wrote her name. So, Armelin and Joanne. Yes? So, we will be validating if you are really perfect attendance. So, please send us your complete name, cell phone number, and address, please, on our email, 5starstandardcollege@gmail.com, and on Facebook Messenger. Please message, type in the chat box. You can private message also. So, yes. Give me a few days. Okay, so I just want to take note of That's wonderful, that's really wonderful. Armelin Billones and Joanne Maghanoy. Okay. Thank you for your perfect attendance. It means a lot, and we're doing this for you and we appreciate your presence here. Okay, so moving on. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and congratulate all of you again, our dear students. We'd like to say thank you once again to all of you for participating in the previous webinars and student orientations, and congratulations because you are here and you are doing your part to continue learning even amidst the pandemic. And welcome to our new students. I've been talking to some new students and transferees lately, and I'm very happy to meet you. And I've been hearing stories of people who have stopped studying for 1 or 2 or more years. And then this year, despite the pandemic, they are continuing their studies. And I'm very, very happy to hear that. I congratulate you for that decision. It takes courage and faith and belief in yourself to continue learning. And I'm very proud of you for continuing your studies this school year. So I just want to share, I won't be naming names, but I'm very touched because there are several students who got pregnant, or yung iba nahihiyang bumalik dahil they are already in their 20s or in their 30s. Several reasons. But this year, they gathered enough courage to enroll again. And I just want to share that those painful experiences, those temporary setbacks should never stop you from achieving your dreams. It personally happened to me. I got pregnant really early and it was a big mistake, but I learned a lot. I grew a lot. I still finished my degrees and more. And so remember that no matter what happens in your life, whether nabuntis ka or you're heartbroken, someone hurt you, a loved one left you, iniwan ka ng, boyfriend mo or girlfriend mo, or you lost someone you love, life goes on. And not even a pandemic can stop you if you really believe in yourself. So just take the time to rest muna if you want and pray, talk to God, and listen to your higher self. And then you gotta rise up and come back and know that support is available. We're here to support you, and maraming tao sa paligid mo who are willing to help you continue what you started. And those mistakes, those lessons, those rejections, those failures, those temporary setbacks will teach you lessons and make you a better person. You're much stronger, tougher, more resilient, mas matibay. You're more appreciative of people around you, your family and true friends, and you will be more beautiful than ever. So, sabi nga na isang famous quote, the comeback is always stronger than the setback. And I'm very excited to be your teacher this year. Just message me, and I guess you can see naman, I do reply. I've been talking to students on Facebook Messenger, also in Quipper messages, via email, and here via Zoom chat. You can also request an appointment with me. I can make time for that. We can meet via Zoom one-on-one. You can also email me anytime on my personal email address, anytime at alelicarisajimena@gmail.com. I received some birthday greetings. Kanina, thank you very much. So, we should never stop learning, and we are here for you to support you and help you cope with the changes to adjust to the new normal. Orientation has already started, but we are still accepting enrollees. We are here to help you adjust, and we are in this together. We are a family here in 5-Star Standard College, and we welcome you to the family. So kahit hindi pa nagsisimula ang klase, we started these free digital events already, and we scheduled orientation and training dates for you so that it will be lighter and easier for you come first day of classes, so that mas magaan ang pakiramdam natin. Mas nakapag-adjust na tayo ng maayos kapag pasukan na. So, we also believe that the online distance learning modality that we will be providing you is the best way for you to be able to continue learning in this time of pandemic. So, to those of you listening in, or you have friends, family who have not enrolled yet, please encourage them to enroll now before classes start on October 5. In line with our philosophy as your ladder to global success, we also offer affordable, excellent online learning to 80% voucher recipients and non-voucher holders. Last week, we already gave Quipper access to 100% voucher recipients who have already submitted their report cards, yung mga naunang nag-submit, and yung first batch, and to 80% voucher and non-voucher holders who have already given initial payment. So we are giving the usernames and passwords by batches. Inuna namin yung mga nakapag-submit ng requirements early, of course. And to those who have just submitted last week or yesterday. Kindly give us some time from when you submit your report cards until you get the access. I can see Mr. Daniel is replying to concerns here on the chat box. So trying to monitor both speaking, the presentation, and the chat box. Okay, so bear with me. Thank you. So abangan niyo po yan. The link and the code will be sent to your email. So make sure that you provide your latest updated email addresses. Okay? Okay. So we did not just partner with Quipper. We have selected passionate and professional teachers who will be there for you, and we have been undergoing faculty onboarding and development trainings and workshops as a team. You will meet them on October 3 for our parents and students orientation. Kahit sa aming mga guro, bago itong sistema na ito. And we're doing the best we can to make it very possible for you to have the best online class experience. Para handa kami pagdating ng klase at para ganahan kayong pumasok at mag-aral at matuto araw-araw. I myself facilitated team building and gave practical tips of best practices for effective online teaching last August 16. The faculty members also shared their insights to one another on how to conduct classes, so how to better conduct classes as an online teacher. So we also did all of these trainings together with the Quipper customer success team on top of all these webinars wherein we got certifications. We also did one-on-one training with Mr. Martinel Obligado. So as you can see, we take this seriously and we have been really preparing for this school year, and sana kayo rin. We know that we are all adjusting, we are all getting used to this technology, and we are doing this for you to help you in the process of adjusting, and so that we will still continue and strive to learn even during this time. And we ask again for your cooperation in doing so. Sana all perfect. You are perfect. You are God's creation. So you are perfect, Rosenda. Okay. I'm reading messages, and daming messages sa chat box. Okay, it's good that you're connecting with your classmates and participating. Okay, there's someone who messaged me, Nicole. I'm not sure where. Is it Facebook Messenger? I do reply. Please message me again if I didn't reply or hear ba. So thank you, Charissa Pacaro. Thank you for your reading. Thank you. It's okay if you're late, Romel. It's okay. Lucky, hi. Thank you. Wait lang. Okay, nawala ang aking chat box. Ka-birthday niyo po, pinsan ko. May handa po kami dito. Wow, Charissa, thank you. Sige, ikain niyo na lang ako dyan. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Majidel, ano po handa niyo? Simple lang dito sa bahay. Wala kaming lumpia. Yeah, wala kaming lumpia. So kung gusto niyo kaming padalan, yes, Charissa, ikakain po kita dito. Yes, please, ikain mo na lang ako dyan. Thank you. So, lastly, we want to take this opportunity once again to say thank you for 9,000 likes and counting on our official Facebook page. Actually, 9,050 last time I checked, to be exact. It is a milestone for us, and we are really grateful. I also would like to thank our top fans. Iisa-isahin ko lang po sila to show my appreciation. Mary Rose Arga, Acelyn Aquino Maria, Catherine Sugay, Sugar Plum, Neil Castañeda, Richard Perry Abras, Betsma Palmero, Darla, and Elaine Francisco. Thank you sa inyo lahat, and we really appreciate your love and support. Especially, so special shout out ko kay Maria Catherine Sugay, grade 12. Okay? She scored 80% on her first try on the first practice assignment that I have sent to you guys via Quipper. That's a really good score. So to those who have access already, lesson 1, structure of academic text under the subject English for academic and professional purposes, pwede nyo na pong simulan. So again, hello to all of you. I will be a teacher. Also sa mga grade 11, I'm your teacher in oral communication in context. So a message from us to you, our dear students, you have a bright future ahead of you. So go chase your dreams, turn challenges into opportunities, and transform stress into success. We are here for you so that you can achieve success and maximize the benefits of online learning. And we are in this together, one school, one community, one family. So, having said all of that, are you ready for today's webinar? Yes? Just a little something about me. I'm Alali Carissa Jimena. I'll be your head teacher and director for student affairs and your instructor, our facilitator for today. I will also be your teacher in, as I have said, English for academic and professional purposes. That's grade 12, and our communication and context, that's grade 11. I actually wear several hats. I call them flower crowns. I graduated from Philippine Science High School. I was a scholar of the government. Isa akong scholar ng bayan noong ako ay nasa high school pa. Katulad ng ni Sir Leon, ating president. Through the Department of Science and Technology, I then took PS Management of Applied Chemistry and Master of Arts Education from the Ateneo de Manila University. I have been a licensed professional teacher since 2012. I also earned a law degree from San Bed Alabang, and I am also a certified holistic health practitioner, wellness coach, and certified yoga and meditation teacher. I advocate mindfulness, health and wellness, holistic nutrition, international human rights, and women empowerment, among others. Most importantly, I am a proud and loving mom to my teenage son, who is also a high school student, junior high, and currently grade 9. So it is nice to meet all of you. Teenager din ang anak ko. So kaya, naiintindihan ko kayo, and I know and I see where you are coming from. So I will show you a video, a really, really short, hold on. So I will show you a video, a really, really short and simple video, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think and what you observe. At the end of this webinar, we will have a mini quiz or review, okay? At the end, not now. So listen well. At the end, we will have a mini quiz. Makinig kayo mabuti because I have one more prize to give away. I have these hand sanitizer, okay, at the end of the webinar pa naman. I can maybe change my mind if maraming nag-participate. So for now, please listen and participate, and I will play the video and let me know what comes to mind. Let me know what you see. Just type in the chat box. Okay, hindi pa to yung quiz, later pa naman yung review. Just, participate. This is just a really, really quick video, a simple video. And just tell me what you see. Thank you. Okay, I will play it again. It's very, very simple. Just want to hear your thoughts. All right. So, okay, I am receiving responses. I'll be reading some responses. Kyle said, different talents of students. Yes, that's correct. Lenny said, iba't ibang talents ng tao. That's correct. Thank you. Talents. Armelin said, talents. Iba't ibang mga talent. Mary Joy said, skills or talents. Rhea Villaruz said, different talents of student, Kyle. And hobbies, different hobbies. Naomi Eunice Miko said, hi. Lenny said, lahat ng tao may iba't ibang kakayahan. Glenn said, kanya-kanyang kakayahan ng students. Levitating is talent. Very nice. So, malalaman mo kung ano yung intelligence na yan. Okay? Iba't ibang talento ng mga tao. Sabi ni Lynn Sabilla. Skills, Simon said. Iba't ibang talents ng bawat isa. According to Joy. Thank you for all your responses. Yes. So, thank you for all your responses. I'm actually glad that you're participating, very participative. So for the purposes of this webinar, I will focus on 7 multiple intelligences. There are actually 8. Recently, there's 9. But for now, let us focus on these 7. Okay. So what is this theory of multiple intelligences? Psychologist Howard Gardner developed this theory in 1983. He claimed that people have different kinds of minds, different kinds of intelligences, or smartness, or independent ways of processing information. And these are, number 1, verbal. Hold on, someone is calling me. I just have to. Okay. Apologies. Someone was calling me. You know, it's my birthday, so I just have to. Hold on. Okay, so these are verbal linguistic. Number 2, logical mathematical. Number 3, visual spatial. Number 4, bodily kinesthetic. Number 5, auditory musical. Number 6, interpersonal. And number 7, intrapersonal. So as we go along, we will go deeper into these 7 intelligences. So now you can see, you can, get to know yourself, ask yourself, where do you fall in these categories? So there's a number 8, which is naturalistic, nature smart. And now there's even already a number 9, which is called existential intelligence. So it's more accurate to think of these multiple intelligences as abilities or skills or talents or strengths. The human brain is extremely complex, and all of these types of smarts work together. So verbal linguistic, that's word smart. Logical mathematical, logic smart. Visual spatial, picture smart. Bodily kinesthetic, body smart. Auditory musical, music smart. Interpersonal, people smart. Intrapersonal, self smart. So interpersonal with other people, intrapersonal with your own self. So you may actually most probably have several or many of these strengths, okay? One may be stronger than the other, but probably you have several or many of these, okay? So one important thing that I want to stress to you guys is that you are one of a kind. No 2 persons are created equal. As human beings, we have different kinds of minds. Lahat tayo may kanya-kanyang skills, talents, different intelligences, or katalinuhan. You were born because the world needs exactly, what you uniquely have to offer. Some of you are good in linguistic, in writing, magaling magsulat, language, public speaking. Some of you are really good in logic and in math, and science, or great in interpersonal skills. I've mentioned earlier. Some of you are talented dancers or musically gifted. Magaling kumanta. Some of you are self-smart. You're good in self-reflection. In this webinar, let us get to know ourselves more. Kilalanin natin ang ating sarili na mas mabuti. what are our unique multiple intelligences. So there are no right or wrong answers. You just gotta reflect on your own, have some self-reflection. Alamin natin, base sa ating unique intelligences, kung paano ba tayo matututo ng mabuti. What is the learning style that suits us best? So let us first watch this 1997 interview with Harvard University professor Howard Gardner about his theory of multiple intelligences. Let us hear it straight from the source. So basically, the multiple intelligence theory expands our mainstream definition of intelligence. Okay, so let us watch the video.
We have schools because we hope that someday when children have left schools, that they will still be able to use what it is that they've learned. And there is now a massive amount of evidence from all realms of science that unless individuals take a very active role in what it is that they're studying, unless they learn to ask questions, to do things hands-on, to essentially recreate things in their own mind and transform them as is needed, the ideas just disappear. The student may have a good grade on the exam. We may think that he or she is learning, but a year or two later, there's nothing left. If, on the other hand, somebody has carried out an experiment himself or herself, analyzed the data, made a prediction and saw whether it came out correctly, if somebody is doing history and actually does some interviewing himself or herself, oral histories, then reads the documents, listens to it, go back and asks further questions, writes up the paper, that's the kind of thing that's going to adhere. Where if you simply memorize a bunch of names and a bunch of facts and even a bunch of definitions, there's nothing to hold on to. The idea of multiple intelligences comes out of psychology. It's a theory that was developed to document the fact that human beings have very different kinds of intellectual strengths, and that these strengths are very, very important in how kids learn and how people represent things in their minds, and then how people use them in order to show what it is that they've understood. If we all had exactly the same kind of mind and there was only one kind of intelligence, then we could teach everybody the same thing in the same way and assess them
in the same way, and that would be fair. But once we realize that people have very different kinds of minds, different kinds of strengths, some people are good in thinking spatially, some people are good in thinking language, other people are very logical, other people need to do hands-on, they need to actually explore actively and to try things out. Once we realize that, then an education which treats everybody the same way is actually the most unfair education, because it picks out one kind of mind, which I call the law professor mind, somebody who's very linguistic and logical, and says, if you think like that, great. If you don't think like that, there's no room in the train for you. If we know that one child has a very spatial or visual spatial way of learning, another child has a very hands-on way of learning, a third child likes to ask deep philosophical questions, a fourth child likes stories. We don't have to talk very fast as a teacher. We can actually provide software, we can provide materials, we can provide resources which present material to a child in a way in which the child will find interesting and will be able to use his or her intelligences productively, and to the extent that the technology is interactive, the child will actually be able to show his or her understanding in a way that's comfortable to the child. We have this myth that the only way to learn something is read it in a textbook or hear a lecture on it, and the only way to show that we've understood something is to take a short answer test or maybe occasionally with an essay question thrown in. But that's nonsense. Everything can be taught in more than one way, and anything that's understood can be shown in more than one way. I don't believe because there are 8 intelligences we have to teach things 8 ways. I think that's silly. But we always ought to be asking ourselves, are we reaching every child? And if not, are there other ways in which we can do it? I think that we teach way too many subjects and we cover way too much material, and the end result is that students have a very superficial knowledge, as we often say, a mile wide and an inch deep, and then once they leave school, almost everything's been forgotten. And I think that school needs to change to have a few priorities and to really go into those priorities very deeply. So let's take the area of science. I actually don't care if a child studies physics or biology or geology or astronomy before he goes to college. There's plenty of time to do that kind of detailed work. I think what's really important is to begin to learn to think scientifically, to understand what a hypothesis is, how to test it out and see whether it's working or not. If it's not working, how to revise your theory about things. That takes time. There's no way you can present that in a week or indeed even in a month. You have to learn about it from doing many different kinds of experiments, seeing when the results are like what you predicted, seeing when they're different, and so on. But if you really focus on science in that kind of way, by the time you go to college, or if you don't go to college, by the time you go to workplace, you'll know the difference between a statement which is simply a matter of opinion or prejudice and one for which there's solid evidence. The most important
All right. So basically, Howard Gardner holds that intelligence goes far beyond the traditional verbal and linguistic and logical and mathematical measurements. He advocates student-directed or child-centered learning. He also believes in different approaches to assessment, such as self-assessment. So this school year, you will have a lot of independent study time, right? It will be more student directed. It will be more child centered. So this is very timely for this year. These are the multiple intelligences. Okay, so I hope you can see the graph clearly. So each individual can be intelligent in their own way. This theory actually opened people's eyes to the shortcomings of the IQ tests and many other similar traditional assessments, because each human being can have a special talent or intelligence that makes them unique and special, notwithstanding his or her low IQ. So kahit mababa yung IQ, yung score mo sa IQ test, you are still intelligent. Okay? Like the multiple intelligence theory, the learning styles theory focuses on the ways we perceive information. We have different learning styles, meaning we differ on how we process information. Magkakaiba tayo ng pag-process ng informasyon using our unique intelligences and senses. Okay? So when you know, this is important because when you know your individual intelligences, when you know your preferred learning styles, you can help yourself and you can be in charge of your own learning. You can use or do learning activities that will appeal to your own particular strength. Okay, so I will be discussing these multiple intelligences or kinds of smart alongside the most preferred learning styles of each. So there's no solid rule, but generally I will be discussing the multiple intelligences with the preferred learning styles corresponding to each intelligence. Okay, so first, sino dito ang mahilig magbasa at magsulat? Please type in the chat box. So, there. Minsan po ako, Risben said, ako Risben. Mahilig po magbasa si Lenny, Elaine, Jerisa, Rochelle, Charissa, Simon, hindi po ako mahilig. That's all right. You have other intelligences. Astronomy book and psychology books. Wow. Sabi ni J-Lo. Pag sinisipag, sabi ni Cristel. Naomi said, ni Wattpad, ma'am. That is reading. Wattpad. Don't laugh at Wattpad, you know? That is reading. It's an ebook. Majidel. Rosenda says, yes. Naomi said novels. Yes. So, you are word smart. You have strong verbal linguistic intelligence. Okay, so people who have strong verbal linguistic intelligence love words and use them as a primary way of thinking and solving problems. They are good readers, writers, speakers, or all of the above. They use words to persuade, argue, entertain, or explain explain in writing, convince others, and express themselves very well. Okay, so if you are word smart, you are able to verbalize or explain in writing and express yourself very well. These people are most probably future teachers, future lawyers, future journalists. Okay, so students who are word smart learn best through language, including speaking, writing, reading, and listening. Just like now, you're listening, right? So I guess we are all word smart here. Future flight attendant daw, sabi ni Naomi. That's also interpersonal intelligence later on. We will get to that. Okay? So, learning activities and project ideas that appeal to students who are word smart. So, kung kayo ay word smart, these are activities that might appeal to you. Reading or using digital resources such as e-libraries, desktop publishing, word processing. Yung Wattpad kanina, that's a digital resource. Book reporting, participating in debates and discussions, telling jokes or a story to the class. Ang ating president, mahilig, he loves telling jokes, you know? Or my son loves telling stories to the class or to his friends. Public speaking, storytelling or listening to a storyteller. Creative writing, letter writing, writing short stories for a classroom newsletter, feature articles, journal writing, essay writing, writing to government representatives about local issues. So these are activities that you may do or your teachers may assign to you. Also, completing crossword puzzles with vocabulary words. It may help you strengthen more your being word smart. Playing word games like Scrabble, Boggle, or Word Scramble. Okay? So, next is, sino dito ang nag-enjoy noong webinar ni Mr. Mark? So, sino mahilig sa math? Sino mahilig sa numbers? Please type in your name. Please type your name in the chat box. Okay, mahilig ako mag-isip ng kwento, ma'am, sabi ni Lenny. Kaso di ko sinusulat. Baka mamaya may kaparehas. Please do write it. So we will have a webinar on that, creative writing with Miss Pat. Please do attend. You'll benefit a lot from that webinar. Thank you, Lenny. Okay, so sabi ni John Maghanoy, me po. Darwin said, ako po. Jerisa said, me po. Giselle also said, me po. So you enjoyed the webinar last I think that was 2 weeks ago. I think. So, you are logic smart. You have strong, logical, mathematical intelligence. So it involves the capacity to recognize patterns, work with abstract symbols such as numbers and geometric shapes, and see relationships or connections between numbers and pieces of information. So logical mathematical students enjoy working with numbers. They can easily interpret data and analyze abstract patterns. They have a well-developed ability to reason and are good at mathematics, statistics, chess. Sino dito naglalaro ng chess? I want to know. Nakakatawa naman si Darwin. Si Darwin at Simon nag-uusap. Okay, ma'am, champion lang po ako sa 5-star. Simon said, whoa, congratulations. Pag may time po, sabi ni Joanne. Okay, so chess. If you're good in chess, computer programming, mga ICT dito. They think in terms of cause and effect also. So these are future programmers, accountants, engineers. Okay, so people who are logic smart learn best through numbers, reasoning, and problem solving. Okay, so some activities that may appeal to you are analyzing, logic games, outlining patterns, problem solving. I love problem solving, reasoning, synthesis, sequencing, rational thinking, scientific thinking, statistics. Okay, so playing logic games such as chess, checkers, dominoes, and Monopoly. Sino dito ang naglalaro ng Monopoly? It is a really, really good game. You know, it helps you in strengthening your mathematics skills as well. So, conducting experiments. Ako po, ni Regine said, yes. Ako rin. Kian said, ako po. Kim said, ako po. Yes. So, it's a good game to strengthen your logical mathematical intelligence more. Okay, next is, sino dito ang mahilig or magaling mag-drawing or take na pictures, you know? Picture smart or, okay, there, Jude. Ang dami. Naomi, Carla, Arian, Zaimon, Joshua, Rhea. Hi! Digital art series, Ben. Ang dami nyo. Wow, Warren, drawing stickman. Riley, and that's a talent. Drawing stickmans. Riley, Romel. There! So, ang dami nyo dito. Ang dami nyo picture smart or visual. You have strong visual spatial intelligence. So, it deals with the visual arts, painting, drawing, and sculpting. I'm not really gifted in this aspect. You know, navigation, map making, architecture. So, it involves the use of space and knowing how to get around it. Okay? So, students strong in spatial intelligence think and process information in pictures and images. They have excellent visual receptive skills and excellent fine motor skills also. So students with this intelligence use their eyes and hands to make artistic or creatively designed projects. They can build Legos. Ako, mahilig ako sa Legos. Kami na, my son and I, we love. Sino dito ang mahilig mag-Lego? I want to know. So if you are very well versed in reading maps, and put together, you know, a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. So, si Joe Venma, magaling mag-lettering, sinulat yung pangalan niya sa screen ng first day. Oh, siya pala yun. Siya pala. He's the culprit. Hindi ako yun, sabi ni Joe. Okay, so these are future architects, painters, sculptors, photographers. So, picture smart people learn best visually and tend to organize their thinking spatially. They like to think and create pictures. So yung mga magaling mag-selfie dyan, you are actually picture smart or visually intelligent. Okay? So visual spatial learners are drawn to information that is presented in visual form. So if you are a visual spatial learner, you learn best by using images, graphs. So when you take down notes, make sure you do images, you know, graphs, maps, drawings, and so activities such as painting, idea sketching, making brochures, drawings, molding clay, using clay or Play-Doh to make objects or represent concepts from content area lessons. So you use clay, you labeling, pictures, photography, collages, posters, visualization, patterns, designs. So using pictorial models such as flowcharts. Flowcharts is really helpful for me to learn concepts and procedures, visual maps, Venn diagrams, we learned that in algebra, and timelines to connect new material to known information. So taking notes using concept mapping, mind mapping, clustering, using puppets also to act out and reinforce certain concepts learned in class. So also using maps to study geographical locations, discuss in class, that will be really helpful for you. Okay, next. Bodily kinesthetic or body smart. Okay, so sino dito ang mga magaling magsayaw o mahilig magsayaw? Okay, sino mga athletes? Where are the athletes here? I want to know. So body smart is the ability, si Joven daw, si David, Mark, there, see? So kanya-kanya tayo ng intelligences. Dating street boys. Kung mahilig ka magsayaw, sabi ng isa mahilig magsayaw pero ang sayaw ayaw sa akin. Kung mahilig kang magsayaw, mamahalin, kung mahal mo ang isang bagay, mamahalin ka rin ito pabalik. So just love it and it'll love you back. Okay, law of attraction. Okay, so the body smart is the ability to use the body to express emotion, as in dance, in body language, or to play a game, as in sports, bodily kinesthetic students are highly aware of the world through touch, through movement. They are able to manipulate and control objects as well as express their ideas through movements. There's a special harmony between their bodies and their minds. They can control their bodies with grace, expertise, and athleticism. So these are athletes, gymnasts, dancers. Ano ang inyong favorite sport? E-sport. Okay. So, sino dito ang mga body smart? Badminton, John said badminton. It's a really good sport. Okay, so, body smart people learn best through physical activity by experiencing, touching, and performing tasks. Okay, so bodily kinesthetic learner learns best through experiential learning and activities which have lots of movements in class, such as acting, performing skits, or acting out concepts or scenes from books or key historical events. Kaya tayo nagro-role playing or simulations minsan, playing games like charades to act out characters in a book, or playing Twister, Simon Says. We do field trips before, diba? Demonstrations using electronic motion simulation games. Kahit mga electronic simulation games, that's good. Building objects using blocks, Legos, as I've said. Also, note-taking and handwriting. So if you're a kinesthetic learner on your own, I suggest you do your own role-playing. If you don't understand something, try to act it out or write down notes. Engage your body, your hand, in order to learn better. Okay? Next is musical smart. Sino dito ang mga singers who are the musicians here? I want to know. Rizben, there. Oh. Kyle, hi. Matthias, Carla daw. Kian. Okay. So I'm reading all your messages. Okay, so ang cute nyo. Bathroom singers, sabi ni Jude. So musical smart people think, feel, and process information primarily through sound. They have a superior ability to perceive, compose, and or perform music. Musically smart people constantly hear musical notes in their head. So these are singers, actors, and musicians. Okay, so music smart students learn best through music and sounds. If you are musically intelligent, you're most probably an auditory learner. I am an auditory learner. I prefer to learn by hearing and speaking information. I am an auditory learner. So activities that may help you are creating concept songs. You write your own songs and music about some content area topics. I remember when I was a student, or some of my teachers would ask us to write songs about a certain content area topic, putting original poems to music and then performing it, incorporating a poem with a melody, listening to music from different historical periods, like using rhythm, using clapping to memorize, or listening, just merely listening to CDs that teach concepts like the alphabet or the parts of speech, or places, or listing or having a musical selection that will enhance what you're learning or teaching. Sino dito ang may study playlist? Yung pag nag-aaral, meron kayong study playlist. Ako, nakakatulong sa akin yun because I am an auditory learner. So, I like verbalizing or talking out loud, speaking out loud what I am learning. I can retain it better and longer. So, yeah. Okay? So, interpersonal, people smart. This is an intelligence. Okay? So, kung magaling kayong makipagkaibigan, makipagsalamuha, makipagkapwa-tao, students strong in interpersonal intelligence have a natural ability to interact with, relate to, or get along with others effectively. Yung madali ka lang to get along with others. They are good leaders also. They use their insights about others to negotiate, persuade, and obtain information to differentiate moods, motivations, intentions. They like to interact with others and usually have lots of friends. So, kung marami kayong kaibigan, the so-called extroverts. So, interpersonal intelligence involves the ability to work cooperatively with others in a group, as well as the ability to communicate, the ability to verbally and non-verbally also communicate with other people. They are aware of the feelings and motives of others. So it is an ability we all need, but it is most essential if you're a teacher, if you're a salesperson, if you're a counselor or a politician. Anybody who deals with other people has to be skilled in the interpersonal sphere. Okay, so the interpersonal learner learns best through cooperative learning and interaction with others. So some learning activities and project ideas for interpersonal learners are working in cooperative groups to design and complete projects, working in pairs to learn facts and concepts, interviewing people with knowledge about content area topics. Sometimes you learn best when you interview someone who's an expert in the topic, such as a veteran to learn about World War II, or a lab technician to learn about life science, or a politician to understand the election process. So you can also learn better when you teach, when you tutor younger students or classmates, even though they're not younger. So you learn best when you teach. I believe that if you are primarily an interpersonal learner. Okay, last but not the least, intrapersonal, self-smart. So self-smart or intrapersonal intelligence involves knowledge of the internal aspects of the self, such as knowledge of feelings, the range of emotional responses, thinking processes, and self-reflection. Okay? This intelligence allows us to step back from ourselves and watch ourselves as an observer. So people with a strong intrapersonal intelligence have a deep awareness of their feelings, ideas, and goals. Students with this intelligence usually need time alone to process and create. So you know yourself, you know what you want, you make time for yourself to reflect. So the so-called introverts. Sino dito ang mga introvert? So in contrast with interpersonal extroverts, Ariane, Faith, Vanessa is an introvert. Yes, that's good. So it is, when you are self-smart, it is actually an intelligence. Okay, so you need time alone to process and create. If you are you have strong intrapersonal intelligence, make time to be alone. So mas maganda to study alone than with a group. Okay, so you learn best by getting in touch with your own feelings and through self-motivation. So philosophers, researchers, also writers, novelists, and also entrepreneurs are mostly self-smart. So some recommended learning activities and project ideas for the self-smart learners are writing reflective papers, writing essays from the perspective of, for example, a historical figure or a national hero or a war soldier, writing a literary autobiography, reflecting on your own life, keeping journals or logs or diary throughout the year, or making a scrapbook for your poems, papers, and lots of reflections or self-reflective questions. So if you have strong intrapersonal intelligence, make sure to keep a diary or journal or planner and write goals for the future and plan ways on how to achieve them. Okay, so that's all the intelligences that I focused on, following Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. And since students have such a drastic range of preferred learning styles, it is no wonder that a one-size-fits-all education doesn't work well for all children. So as teachers, as educators, we can help you with that. Our students, we can help you by giving you a variety of exercises or activities that help develop more than one ability or more than one intelligence at a time. You will see me doing this with you, for you. I will be assigning activities, and sometimes you will have to do self-assessment, okay, and or peer review. So, for example, some creative learning activities which are helpful in developing more than one intelligence are, for example, drawing a map to scale to exercise both visual spatial skills and logical skills. Also, spending a few minutes writing about yourself or writing about your best attributes to integrate word smart and intrapersonal or self-smart. So to those who have Quipper access already, aside from the multiple choice quiz that I assigned to you in your Quipper account under essay, you will find there that I have asked you to introduce yourself, write a paragraph, and feel free to describe yourself. Feel free to include any information you want to share, minimum of 100, maximum of 5. But maximum of 500 words. I have already actually read some responses. I will be reading all your introduction. Okay, so my purpose there as your teacher is to integrate intrapersonal skills or intrapersonal intelligence or being self-smart with word smart or linguistic. Okay, by introducing yourself, you exercise both your intrapersonal and linguistic intelligences. Okay, so summary or quick recap or review before our quiz, a mini quiz. Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences gives us some insight to the way students learn. The theory of multiple intelligences emphasizes that students have different kinds of intelligences, and there's a highly individualized way in which people learn. Magkaiba-iba tayo ng paraan para matuto. And it recognizes that each of us has unique intellectual potential. So the theory of multiple intelligences suggests that there are 8 intelligences, and these are, you can see here. Okay, so review lang before the quiz. So verbal linguistic, logical, mathematical, naturalistic. That's nature smart. So people who learn best through interactions with the environment, they see the subtle meanings and patterns in nature and the world around them. So these are the farmers, botanists, and environmentalists. I didn't dwell deeper into that because I believe that the 7 are the main intelligences that we will tackle in this, especially in this school year. It applies in high school. Intrapersonal, visual, spatial, musical, bodily, kinesthetic, and interpersonal. Okay, so again, word smart corresponds to verbal linguistic intelligence, logic smart, logical, mathematical, self smart, intrapersonal, picture smart, visual, spatial, music smart, musical, body smart, bodily, kinesthetic, and people smart, interpersonal. Just some final notes. Okay, every person possesses all intelligences and has a unique blend of all 8 intelligences. But some intelligences will be stronger than others in each person. So even within one area of intelligence, a student may show a range of strengths and weaknesses. For example, in word smart, you may write well. Maaring magaling kayong magsulat, but you may be a poor speller. Baka hindi ganun kayo kagaling sa pag-spelling. So although the intelligences are independent, they do not operate in isolation. As a dancer, you can be both bodily kinesthetic and musical. Diba? So by acknowledging the wide variety of intelligences, every person has a chance to shine in several areas of their lives. So knowing one's unique blend of intelligences aids in the exploration of careers that are right for you and your unique blend. So matutulungan kayo nito para alamin kung anong career ang nababagay sa inyo in the future. Okay, so now for our mini quiz. Name that intelligence. Very simple. Paunahan mag-type in the chat box. Please answer the 3 kinds of intelligences corresponding to the question marks. Actually, I will give one each. Sige. So, okay. So, ito ang premyo. Hand sanitizer. It's just very simple. But it's fun, right? So, please write the number. Okay, so number 1, ano yun? So just choose one among the 3 question marks and type the number and the name of the intelligence. So please choose and type only one among the 3. The first one who types in the chat box correctly wins. So again, type the number and then the name. Okay, wait lang. Let me figure out. Okay, sige. I think we have a winner. So what is the name of the intelligence that also means number 1? Picture smart. Simula tayo sa number 1, picture smart. Okay, okay, we have a winner for number 1, Elaine Gonzalez. Tama ba? Tama ba ako? Okay, ang daming, daming responses. Please send us your name, your address, and cell phone number, please. Facebook Messenger. Thank you. Okay, and then for number 2, people smart. Number 2, people smart. Let me just check. Oh my god, I'm getting so many responses. Oh, may nag-comment kanina, half introvert, half extrovert po. Yes, that's very, very possible. You're an outgoing introvert. That's very, very possible. Okay, so 3, Nicole. I'm looking for 2 people smart, and that is interpersonal, di ba? So, Joanne Maghanoy. Again. Si Joanne. Again. Tama ba? Yes. And then, number 3, self-smart. That's intrapersonal. I'm looking for a winner. I'm looking for the first one who responded. Oh, J-Lo. Oh no, Kyle. Kyle. Okay, so Kyle. Kyle. Cyrene Merced. Okay, so we have winners. Elaine Gonzalez, John Maghano, and Kyle Cyrene Merced. So please, and kanina is Armelin Billones. Okay, so please send us your name, contact number, and address, please. So congratulations to all the winners. Please send us your full name, okay? Complete address and cell phone number. Email us at 5starstandardcollege@gmail.com or message us on Facebook to claim your prize. And you will receive your prize. So it's just a small gift from me. So give me a few days. And so thank you very much for participating. Thank you for joining today's webinar. I hope nag-enjoy kayo. Before we go, just would like to invite everyone to all our upcoming online events. Just reminding everyone for our upcoming online events, trainings, and orientations. Just reminding you, our dear students, to take note of the following dates. Next week, meet your teacher in cookery, Chef Melinda. Come and join your teacher in trying out and cooking some delicious, simple home recipes. If you love to cook or gusto niyo lang matuto or manood ng cooking show, come join us and let's have fun in the kitchen together as a family. On September 15, join your PE teacher once again, Miss Joella or Miss Jewel, for a second Zumba dance therapy. Let us make time to exercise and take care of our bodies. So yung mga nag-raise ng hand kanina under Body Smart, especially the dancers here, hope to see you there. And kahit hindi kayo talaga dancer, please join us. No judging. Let us turn on our videos, turn on this time, sana, and let us just enjoy and shake off and release any back to school blues that we may still have. On September 16, this webinar is perfect for those who want to start their own business. Sinong gusto magtayo ng sariling negosyo dito? So just like last week, this is open for everyone. Hindi lang sa mga accountancy. Yes, ang dami nag-raise na hand. We encourage that. We support you in that. Hindi lang sa mga accountancy, business, and management strand. Okay? All strands are welcome. Pwede po. Ang lahat dumalo. So see you there and come join your ABM teacher, Miss Cristel. That week, dalawa po ang event natin. Zumba dance therapy and webinar Wednesday. Week after that, September 23, come and join your teacher in specialized subjects once again, Miss Ron. This will be perfect and apt for those in the humanities and social sciences strand. Again, sino mga Humes dito? I remember some. I want to know. I want to get to know. So, but then again, everyone is welcome. So that week, third week of September, we can commemorate a very important event. Okay, what is the very important event that week? So, the declaration of martial law, 48 years ago, September 21. 1972, the official date that martial law was established, the day that the Marcos dictatorship began. So let's remind ourselves of our duty to be woke or mulat, to fight and uphold and protect our democracy and our human rights. Last but definitely not the least, I mentioned this earlier, on September 30, come join your teacher in creative writing, Miss Pat. She's here with us now. She will teach you some writing techniques and exercises. You know, there's value in creative release. I have mentioned this before, and writing is its own form of therapy. It is very therapeutic when we write and express ourselves in writing. So I very much suggest journaling or writing poems or letters as a wonderful and effective therapy or coping mechanism. So this will be helpful. It will help us in taking care of our mental health and development during this pandemic. So I suggest you attend this webinar. See you there, and let us release our creative juices. Lastly, you will have another general orientation and Quipper training on September 12. Yung mga may questions, please address it straight to Mr. Martinel. Medyo weakness ko yung ICT also. So, but you know, I've been coping. I learned how to navigate this Zoom and, you know, Quipper app. So please address your technical concerns to our technical support officer. That's on September 12th from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. And hands-on navigation Quipper training on the first day of classes, October 5. Whole day po yan from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To the new enrollees, our new students and parents, we will have another orientation. Last na po to. This will be the last before classes start. On October 3 in the morning, and yung mga nakadalo na last time, pwede po ulit tayo dumalo. You will meet your teachers there. So you are welcome to join us again. Thank you to all of you for joining today's webinar. It's been a pleasure. Stay safe and see you next week. Thank you. Thank you to all your greetings. I will be reading them all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Rhea. Thank you, Rosenda. Thank you, Majidel. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Aquam. Thank you, Kyle, Arvin, Aryan. Thank you, Simon. Thanks, Aqua, Joshua, Majida, I've mentioned it. Mary Joy, Ellie Joy, Angel, Glenn, David, Ellie Joy, I mentioned Kim, Darwin. Thank you, Rowennalyn, Jacqueline, Joven, Jeriza, Janelle, Sheen. Thank you very much, Cristel, Bea. Thank you very much, Rhea. Thank you, John. Thank you for all your greetings. Thank you. Thank you very much to all of you. See you again.